the next little bit and look forward to getting you updated on all things All Sports Productions. First of all, I'd like to recognize our staff, and that's Lainey Jennings Hall. She's our media coordinator. Her husband, Logan Hall, events coordinator. Amanda Nunley, she's our registration and customer service, all things specialist. And then Carmen Newberry, our director of operations. Thank you, staff, for doing a great job these last 8+ months. Same, you know what, same day, but we just keep moving forward, and that's the way we're going to do it. But we have some really good news coming at you. But first, I want to talk about the secret sauce. And last week, we talked about the person Can't Hurt Me, who is David Goggins. He's a Navy SEAL. He's done a lot of amazing things, ultra athlete. But I would suggest you listen to the audiobook. I love books myself. Audiobooks, I'm not so much unless I'm driving across the country. But this is going to be worth watching. He narrates after each chapter, and it is real world stuff, folks. I said it was a little bit colorful in his language last time. At the same time, I think you should watch it. It's really good. And don't just cut it off. You got to watch it to the end. Also, stretching, one of those things that is highlighted in David's book, but something that I think we don't do enough of. I know I don't. And my wife and I, Deborah and I, have been trying to do more stretching after listening to David's book. The other thing, this is unsolicited, it's unpaid, but there's this TENS unit called PowerDot. And I'm not sure if we're going to put that up, but we probably will. It's a great little device that really helps with recovery. It also helps you get ready for major activities. And they're not paying me, folks. They're not sponsored. They don't sponsor All Sports Production. It's just one of those great products. And if we like something, we like to put it out there. And so check that out as well. Our sponsor highlight this week, Lewis and Clark Outfitters. Our oldest sponsor, 18 years they've been with us. And so thank you, Potts family. You've been great for all these years, and just super great people. And they've been in retail for, 20 years or so. And so I respect that. Being a former retailer myself, I respect folks that have given their lives to that, and all their great staff there. Some of them we've known almost that entire time as well. And in fact, one of their employees is a former employee of ours, Mandy. And so Mandy, if you're out there listening, hello. But they're really doing some great stuff, and they're trying to keep their customers engaged, keep the community engaged. They're really active in a lot of charities, and so you should check them out. Well, of course, they're also the title sponsor of two of our events, the Lewis and Clark Ozark Adventure Dash and the Lewis and Clark Urban Adventure Ride, scheduled for October 31st. We see no reason those events will not happen, because they're going to be under 500 people. They're going to be really spread out. It's going to be a format that I think we're going to be able to execute this year. We've already gotten approval for similar events, and so we'll talk about that in just a minute. We're very excited about a couple that are coming up. And also, I just heard that they're going to start up their Taco Tuesdays. And so they leave the Lewis and Clark Outfitters Springdale location, and they do a slow roll bike ride to downtown Springdale and have tacos at an outdoor place, and then come back. Social distancing is definitely encouraged, and in that format, there's absolutely no reason you can't come out and enjoy doing something with a group, staying at your comfortable level, and then going enjoying some tacos and coming back to the store. And so check them out, Lewis and Clark Outfitters, located in both Springdale and Rogers. Okay, charity partners. We're very excited about this. Folks, we've been giving to charities our entire existence over the last 18 years, but we've decided this year that we wanted to be a little more public with what we do. And yes, we're a for-profit company, and at the same time, we felt like we needed to plug into some charities and wanted to be involved. COVID-19 has changed a lot of things, right, for all of us, and we felt like, we need to lean in more to the people we've been dealing with or that we're starting to have relations with. And so our first one is Teen Challenge. Teen Challenge is based down in the Hot Springs, Arkansas area, and they're doing a lot with our Central Arkansas events, Big Dam Bridge 100, DeGray Lake Triathlon, which is happening. Houston, we have liftoff, and so we're excited about that. We'll talk about it in a minute. Our City of Colleges event and our Iron Mountain of Legends. So Teen Challenge, check them out. They're doing great things, and they've been doing it for decades. Congratulations to all you do. They're changing people's lives. NICA of Arkansas, that's the National Interscholastic Association, and it's basically mountain biking for senior high and junior high kids. And they are equal opportunity. They put people on bikes and they get people riding mountain bikes all the way from entry level up to, you know, someone that you'll read about that's going to the Olympics. NICA is a great organization. They're in about 30 states now. Arkansas has been here for about 4 years, and all the things they're doing. And so any of our biking events, mainly in Northwest Arkansas, NICA is going to be one of our charity partners. Check them out. And then finally, Project Echelon, a great organization. Project Echelon has a professional cycling team that was formed based upon Project Echelon. And basically it highlights the veterans and their struggles with PTSD, and that 22 veterans per day commit suicide. It's just a tragedy that this happens. Project Echelon is here to empower these veterans to have better coping skills and give them an outlet through exercise. And so check them out, Project Echelon. They're our featured charity for the Joe Martin Grand Fondo presented by Experience Fayetteville. And that's our great segue. Folks, it is on approval from the City of Fayetteville, the Parks and Rec, and the Arkansas Health Department. We have a ton of protocols in place. We've done press releases on this. You can check it out at joemartingrandfondo.com. You will be comfortable showing up because we're going to have a great way for people to participate. There's several different ways. We have an in-person solo challenge, which means you can show up on September the 18th, which is Friday at noon. The course will be marked. It will be unsupported, no aid stations, but you can ride solo or with your group that you've been with the whole time. And you can do that all the way through to Sunday, September the 20th. Now, the traditional in-person event is September the 19th, 8 a.m. That is limited to 500 people, but we're going to have a group start, meaning groups as in different courses, not people packed in. And the basic things are, folks, within 6 feet, you have your mask on. If you're not within if you're outside of 6 feet, your mask is off. Once you start exercising, you can certainly remove your mask. If you feel more comfortable when you're not exercising hard, absolutely have your mask on. We're working on touch points. We're working on crowd control. We're working on all the things that the Arkansas Health Department, the Parks and Rec at Fayetteville, and the city have asked us to do, and we can easily meet that and still have a safe, fun event. So September 19th, and we're very excited about it. But let's back up because DeGray Lake Triathlon, full go, folks. That is down in DeGray Lake, which is next to Arkadelphia, Arkansas. And we've got the approval of the Arkansas Health Department, the Corps of Engineers. Again, if you're a triathlete, you're asking about the swim. It's going to be a time trial start, meaning about every 5 seconds, someone goes into the water. That spreads you out. And so really by that nature, you're going to be spread out on the course, from the bike, obviously the swim course, the bike course, the run course. We're working on the touch points again. Again, when you're checking into transition or post-event, within 6 feet, have your mask on. And if you're outside of 6 feet, then you don't have to have your mask on as well. One thing about the DeGray Lake Triathlon, it is the Arkansas State Sprint Championships, both for adults and Arkansas High School Championships. So we're really excited to have that. And that is September 13th, Sunday, September 13th. Spots are limited, so DeGrayLakeTriathlon.com. That's going to be our first event, folks, and we are absolutely ready. And you've been so encouraging, even folks that felt like, you know what, I need to stay home. I'll do the virtual option. We absolutely understand that. And for those that are ready to get out and race responsibly, we have a venue for you. So 2 back-to-back weekends, triathlon down at Lake DeGray, Joe Martin Grand Fondo, presented by Experience Fayetteville, the next weekend on September 19th. And well, yep, Lauren Bucher, we got to give you a big shout out. You've got a new job there at UAMS. We really appreciated all the things you did with us at Northwest Health. And so we wish you well in your new job. I know it was probably a big decision for you, super loyal person. And, but, you know, we're excited for you. And so, Lauren, thank you so much. Okay, we're moving right along. What other events have changed? Well, of course they've changed. The problem is every time you change one event or you have to put an event on hold, it certainly affects others. And so I'm just going to have to look at my list. Well, we have to talk about Big Dam Bridge, of course. That is September 26th as far as doing a challenge event. Remember, we had to cancel the in-person event. We could not have any more than 500 people, and we already had 700 people signed up when we had to make the call. So that event is something that's unlike the Joe Martin Grand Fondo as far as where that event starts, the courses that happen, and all the support. And so you really can't even have the event unless you have almost 3,000 people. And so to offer that event in any type of other way was just not possible. So Big Dam Bridge is turned to a challenge event. Current registrants were also given the option to defer to 2021. We absolutely understand that the challenge or virtual options were not the case. But for the in-person solo challenge, that weekend, September 25th, 26th, and 27th, we've heard from people. They're coming into town. They want to get out of their city and come travel. They're going to travel with their group, the ones they know that they trust, and they're going to have their social responsibility, and they're going to do their social distancing. They're going to wear facial coverings when they're within 6 feet, and they're going to go ride, and they're going to have a good time. Yes, the courses are unmarked, they're unsupported, and there's no aid stations. But folks, we ride our bikes every day in that format. And so this is one of those things you have an outlet to do. We're going to be there a couple times. So if you check out the Big Dam Bridge website, we'll post that. There'll be a couple options. If you did sign up for the in-person solo challenge, you'll be able to pick up the swag package. We've highlighted it several times. Why should I do another virtual event? Well, I promise you the swag is worth it. Besides the finisher medal and t-shirt, we upped all the offerings, and we'd love to have you participate. We'd love to have you travel to Central Arkansas. You don't have to do it on that weekend. You can do it all the way to December 31st. Just register by December 1st. Or listen, you're not traveling. I get it. Do it from your driveway. We call it the driveway challenge. All you need to do is sign up for the event, list the distance you're going to do, post that, and we're going to send you a great swag package. Folks, we understand in-person events are where you want to be, but we also understand and realize, and I think you all agree, that we're living in a new time right now, and we just got to work through it the best we can. And I appreciate everyone's patience. You've been awesome. So thank you. Okay, DeGray Lake Triathlon on September 13th. Joe Martin Grand Fondo presented by Experience Fayetteville on September the 19th, and Big Dam Bridge 100 gone to a challenge, but it's still, you know, it's for that event weekend. We'll be down there just handing out some swag packages for those that signed up for the in-person, but again, no expo, no in-person event in that respect. Okay, we're moving on. What other big announcements do we have? Chinquapin Hollow Gravel Grinder moved to Sunday, October 25th. It's a one-day format. For many of you saw that we did a two-day format. We've moved it to one day. And so it's one of three options. We've already gotten approval from the Arkansas Health Department, which is exciting. And then we're waiting on the U.S. Forest Service to give us the okay. They had approved the Ozark Valley Triathlon, which is a much more complicated event. They'd approved that for an August event. there was a lot of things that we weren't able to do. But Chinquapin Hollow Gravel Grinder, I know a few people have texted and emailed me in the last hour. There was another announcement of another event that was not able to have hold their event as they had scheduled, by the way, on that same weekend, but on the 24th. And so I think there's going to be some pent-up demand, especially for gravel grinders. Spreads out super quick, do a lot of social distancing. Gravel grinding by nature is just an individual sport anyway. I believe that's another event that even if conditions aren't as good as we'd like in late October, we'll be able to hold that event very responsibly. Again, we will have the approval of the Arkansas Health Department, the U.S. Forest Service before we put on that event. That's why we've not opened it for registration. Several of you go, Bruce, open registration. Just give us a minute. Now, how does that affect another of our events, the Raptor Trail Run? Yes, we originally had it on October 25th, but we're going to have to reschedule that event. I apologize for those that have signed up for that, but we're going to make it worth your while. We're going to find a good event for that, and we may even find a new venue depending if Devil's Den is not available. We might have it in another trail system that might be close to where the Chinquapin is. By the way, Chinquapin's at the Lake Weddington area, and if you've not run on those new soft trails out there, they are unbelievable. So who knows? We may have a hybrid there. We may not even do it on the trail system. We may do it on gravel roads and fields and something pretty unique. So hold tight, Raptor Trail Run. We will announce that again. A couple more things, and folks, I'll get you off here, take your questions. Yes, I apologize. Joe Martin Grand Fondo has many ride options. And so let's talk about the 3 or 4 main ones. Actually, we have road distances. We have 5, all the way from 13 miles up to 85 miles. Why do we not have 100? Go look at the 85-mile route and you'll figure it out. It's as tough as any 100-mile route. We have 2 gravel options, a 44 and a 70. Last year, some of my racer buddies told me it was one of the best 70-mile gravel rides they'd ever done. My Chinquapin folks, if you can't make that rescheduled date, let's transfer you over. By the way, we allow you to transfer over or defer entries. So we want to plug into you, and we will make it as easy as possible. We have a Razorback Greenway, and the Razorback Greenway is a paved trail system that goes from South Fayetteville all the way to Bella Vista. You have that option. You can leave Walker Park, stay on the trail system the entire time. If you don't want to go on the open roads, have a lot of fun. We're going to give you a trail map. We're going to give you points of interest. Just go out and enjoy it and come on back and get the finisher medal and enjoy something else. The other thing is you can do the in-person option as we talked about, or you do the driveway challenge. Joe Martin Grand Fondo has a ton of options for everybody. Smooth tires, paved trail system, hybrid, gravel or road bike. If you want to do gravel grinding, we got something for everybody. And so again, limited to 500 people for the traditional start. The in-person solo, have as many people as you want. And of course, driveway, sky's the limit as well. So thank you for that question there. Appreciate that. We still have 2 virtual events open right now. Well, actually 3. We have the Solstice series. I want to talk about that real quick. I set myself a personal challenge, and it's going to be a week from this coming Saturday. So September 5th, I'm going to be on my mountain bike. That's going to be my weapon of choice. And it's going to be some epic mountain bike riding. I've challenged a couple of my buddies, Lee Davis and Ben Upchurch, to join me, maybe a couple others. And that's going to be my longest event I've ever done on a mountain bike. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it's supposed to be nice weather. So sign up for the Solstice series, allsportsolsticeseries.com. I've said that I do not pronounce that word correctly, and so I'm not going to try again. Okay, the Ozark Valley Triathlon currently going on. It's a virtual series. The swag is awesome. You got to check it out. And the Iron Pig Festival, you still have until September 8th to finish that up as well. Well, folks, that's a bunch of information. Oh, Northwest Arkansas Spring Classic Road Race. We've got that on hold at the moment. We're just having a tough time finding a spot for that on the calendar. And so I know you road racers, you've probably not done any events. Are you ready? I'm not sure. We'd love to put one on. We believe we can do that. Arkansas Health Department, the city of Prairie Grove have signed off on it. If we do it, we're thinking October 3rd. I think that's Sunday, October 3rd. I'll have to just double check my calendar right now. Yep. Oh, October 4th. So if we do that, it'll be October 4th. And I just don't know yet. We've gotten approvals, but are you ready to race? And can we get the volunteers and the staff and everything we need to do to hold that event? The other one that's a little bit up in the air right now is the Fayetteville Half Marathon. You may have seen that announcement. The University of Arkansas rescheduled their SEC schedule, and they put Tennessee as a home game on our original date of November 7th. So we're going to just hold right now. We've stopped registration except for the virtual categories. You can still register and still get all the great swag and get the finisher medal and t-shirt. But the in-person event, we need to make sure we have the University of Arkansas approval. We'll get the Arkansas Health Department. Generally speaking, they like what we're doing. We're in a non-stadium environment. We're doing all the protocols, and we need to get Parks and Rec as well. So we've got a lot of things to check before we can do that. But if we open the event, we're going to be very confident that we're going to be able to hold that event, and that's the way we're trying to do. If the events are open, we're confident we're going to be able to have the event. We can hold it responsibly. If we've got the event closed right now, there's a reason for that. Okay, so hang with us, folks. Updates every week. We're going to be emailing you probably a little more than you'd like, but at the same time, I think it's the information, the more you have, the better decisions you can make, and we're just trying to make the best decisions given the current facts. So questions that's come in. Currently, someone has signed up for the Eurekan, and it's rolled over to next year. If I want to sign up for next year, can I roll my registration? Yeah, you absolutely can. So I think someone's asking if they can donate their registration to this year. We've had people do that. You know, I mean, it humbles me that people say this and have offered this. I've gotten phone calls, emails, direct messages. Thank you. We're doing all right. Certainly it's been tough for all sports productions. I won't lie to you. At the same time, we're going to wake up and we put a big smile on our face and we go in, keep kicking butt every day. Now, some evenings we want to crawl up and get in a hole and never come out, but we have a saying, you see it right there on my left shoulder, just keep moving forward. And a lot of that is because of our athletes and how you've stuck with us. So absolutely get involved with us as sponsors, as athletes, as volunteers. Signing up for our virtual series has certainly been helpful. And so thank you so much, everyone. Yes, Miss Tracy, I'm hopefully going to be able to see you down there at the Gray Lake Triathlon. I'm calling you and Danielle out tonight. So Danielle Manny and Tracy Bird of Food First Fitness, I need to see you ladies on the line September 13th. And my wife, Deborah Dunn. So y'all bring Deborah down. She's back from her injuries and ready to go. So you're awesome. We'll take a couple questions. I've kept it a little bit over what we normally do, but I'll just hold here for a second and we'll see if we have any more questions come in. And you can always email us, right? You can pick up the phone. We have our phone number right there on the bottom of our allsportsproductionsinc.com website. And don't hesitate to call. I promise you we won't avoid you. We'll get back right away, and hopefully we can answer your questions. Well, that's it, folks, for August 24th. You've been great. Look forward to having that first event, the Gray Lake Triathlon. If I can't say it once, I'll say it a bunch of times. August 13th. I am ready to roll. It's go time. Thank you. Woo. Here we go.
You can stop your recording.
Yeah. Oh, just up there.